Hey friends, Tux here. You know, the process of transferring your games from a Switch 1 to a Switch 2 is pretty seamless. In fact, it was downright almost easier than a cell phone, no problems. It was very, very good. But there was one noticeable, like blatant exception to that, and of course that would be Animal Crossing. Okay, so in this video I just want to share a few tips, a few questions people asked of me, and some experiences I had during the process of trying to switch my island over. Now, just to give a little background information, so originally I had my launch Switch, okay, which was my original Animal Crossing Switch. You could see the video, the unboxing back in the queue, and then later I got this one here, which became my second daily driver. This is the Zelda edition Switch, okay, and I did have a problem then as well when I tried switching my island over, and it would not switch over. The game would physically appear here on my Zelda Switch, but I never quite got the island, my actual previous island, to switch over. I even called Nintendo, and they walked me through a process. Everything seemed good, and then at the end of the whole process, they were off the line when the thing, because it takes time for it to do its thing, and when the process was done, I once again did not have my new island, well, my old island, not my new Switch. So I just gave up. I decided, okay, my launch Switch will be my Switch for Animal Crossing, and this Switch will be the Switch for everything else, okay? Until, of course, I got an OLED, which is a whole nother story. But I didn't even I didn't even attempt to move Animal Crossing because of all the hassles I had with the first experience. Then fast forward a little bit here, but of course we get the beautiful Switch 2, and I want to go ahead and try again. Okay, so I did. Okay, and what ended up happening on the original transfer, and this is going through Animal Crossing and trying to do the transfer and everything, it gave me a problem where it did install Animal Crossing here, but my island wasn't here. This was like a brand new game, okay? And I do want to strongly encourage you, if that happens to you, do not play the game, okay? Because that could jeopardize getting your old island back from Nintendo, okay? I ended up not calling them. I gave up for a little while, played some Mario Kart, you know, but it kept eating at me. I kept thinking, okay, I really want to get Animal Crossing back, so I'm going to go ahead and try again. So I went ahead and tried again, and I had the same experience where it would allow me to install the game here. You know, this is, I should disclaimer, this is actually a downloaded version. It's not a physical copy. Most of my games are physical, but for whatever reason, I was during the pandemic, and I couldn't get the game, and I wanted it day one, and so I downloaded it, you know. So it would allow me to download the game, but I couldn't actually get my actual island you see right here. I couldn't actually get that onto the Switch. So I played around with it more, and I so wish someone would have told me about this tool. And it didn't work seamlessly at first, but it did work, okay? And so if you're having problems, there is a new Animal Crossing transfer tool to download, okay? And the instructions are not super clear, and there's a few weird things about this, so hang tight here, guys. So what you do is you go to the store, okay, the Nintendo eStore, okay? And you just go there, you log in. Now, where it gets a little bit complicated is right now I'm technically logged into both these accounts with my, you know, paid Switch account, okay? So when I try and buy a game on one, you know, it's going to think I already have it, okay? And that creates a problem because in this tool, it wants to see, okay, this is the old Switch, this is the new Switch, this is Switch A, this is Switch B, okay? So that does create a problem. So it almost, and Nintendo will probably tell you don't have to do this, but believe me, this could save you some trouble, would be making a secondary account on one of the Switches and then having it not be that way. Now, where I ran into a problem with that is because this one had to be the correct Switch to be able to play my island as a downloadable content game. Okay, so that created a whole nother problem. But anyway, to reel it in here, so we're going to be at the eShop. We're going to type in Animal Crossing. We'll go ahead and search for it. Let me just show you what it looks like. There we go, Animal Crossing. It auto-populates, which is great. We'll search for that, and that should be able to find it. Now, it's going to come up with a few things here, but what we're looking for is a transfer tool. And that's that very first thing right here, this new Animal Crossing tool. And it looks like this. And it's free, okay, so don't worry about that. You just download it. You see right now it says re-download because I already have it. So you want to install this tool on both Switches, okay? And then basically it's going to say, you know, when you boot it up, it's going to say, is this the receiving switch or the sending switch? And go ahead and do that. You might have to play with it a little bit, especially if it's a case where you have a downloaded version of the game on one of the two Switches, okay? But just keep at it, keep trying, and it will work eventually. But that is a problem, okay? Because, again, it doesn't want to really run the same program on two different Switches because it's going to be online. It sees this online, and it wants to create that problem where it's like, oh, you're already running this on this other one, so you can't run it here. You know, I hope you understand that. Okay, so just keep going with it, and you will eventually be able to switch it. And I just want to say it really does work with a lot of play, because as you can see right here is my official island. A lot of fun here. I'll give you a quick little tour of it. Let me just kind of run through here and show you. I got all the trees. I got all the flowers. I got neighbors who are probably mad because I haven't been playing as much as I probably should. Going down here, I got some good stuff going on. I have, there's a port right there, nothing too special to see there. But if we go over here, I got some interesting things. I have a wall of toilets, okay? So there's a bunch of toilets over here. So neighbors are well taken care of. And got an outside piano just for fun, okay? And then you can see, let's see, oh, there's one of my neighbors. I think that might be a new one. I don't know. Let's see, get out of the way, get out of the way. All right, so then got a little area up in here. And I have an arcade somewhere. Like, where'd my arcade go? Let's see here. We should be able to find it. Oh, wait a minute here. Where is my arcade? Oh, there it is. Okay. Right here. So here we go. Here's the arcade. Lots of arcade machines, lights, everything you need. I got a little bookstore too. We'll go down here. Got some pinball machines outside. Even got some darts. And then we have like a little rock climbing wall up there. We have a little DJ area, dance floor. A lot of fun. And then over here we have like a little bookstore. So if you like books and stuff, you can go ahead and check that out. Get some graphic novels or something. We'll kind of go up in here. And that's just a quick tour of part of the island. Sorry, my arm's covering this a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm on the right-hand side of the camera. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you it worked. Okay, so my island truly did load on here. This isn't like some secondary island. It took me months and, did I just say years or something? And I have a whole bunch of bells accumulated on here, like millions and millions and millions of bells. So I didn't want to give up all that in-game currency either. So that's another reason to, keep the old island, okay? All right, guys, so that's all I got for you. I just wanted to share that. I did have some bad experiences switching, transferring my island from Switch 1 to Switch 2, but good news is, finally, with use of that tool, it really did work, and now I am complete, and I can have all my games on one Switch instead of having to have Animal Crossing living on a second Switch, okay? All right, if you have any questions, reach out to me, tuxtoys@gmail.com. I love this thing. I will have links for this down below. I love the Donkey Kong game. It's amazing. Mario Kart's amazing. Everything about Switch is really great. And of course, I'm a PC gamer, so, you could say, oh, you're just a Nintendo fanboy. No, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy. I love Nintendo games, sure, but I play PC more than anything else. But it's just a great device, and the games are really great. And Donkey Kong, truly, I think, game of the year. It's amazing. Truly amazing, all right? All right, guys. Links in the description. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Click the links.